What's up guys, AP here at AcidicAP. 4th in form, Kevin De Bruyne, 92 rated. He is a central midfielder, so no one need to worry about him being a right winger or a left winger. I know his 91 card is on right sided, so a lot of you guys wouldn't have bought him or tried him, but now he's back in the centre. Great opportunity for me to test him out for you guys and see if you want to put him in your team. Before we get into it, thanks to all of you that have subscribed. We're at about 60 subscribers and I'm trying to get to 100 within the next week and a half. So if you like FIFA review videos, if you like my FIFA review videos, then please do subscribe. I'll have FIFA review videos coming every week, hopefully every Wednesday and Thursday, and also team of the season coming this Friday, so about 48 hours, and I should have some reviews coming on those players as well, depending on how expensive they are. We'll see, but I should definitely have some reviews coming, so definitely subscribe, hit that alert button, and as soon as the video is released, you'll get a notification and you can be one of the first to watch it. Okay, so De Bruyne in-game stats. Now, obviously, he's got an amazing card, but he really has some tough people to live up to if he wants to get in your team and to play in the attacking midfield position or even the centre midfield position. So you've got players like Pogba, you've got players like inform or super informs Ozil, Alexis Sanchez, Christian Eriksen, who I'd used for a long time. Christian Eriksen, the 88 one, he was in my weekend league team for many weekends and I absolutely loved his card. Looking at De Bruyne's in-game stats, so 79 acceleration, 82 sprint speed. As you know, if you've seen some of my previous videos, I always prefer higher acceleration over sprint speed to give them that extra burst of pace. He doesn't have that, so not ideal, but let's not get too hung up on pace because I think some people just go for pace on this game and it's nice not to just go for pace. Shooting, really solid all round. The same with passing. Short passing 95, long passing 88. I'd always prefer to have a higher short passing than long passing, as I tend to play a lot more short passes than long passes. Depends on your game, I guess. Dribbling really strong. 93 ball control, 92 dribbling, 94 reactions. Agility not that high. It'll be interesting in game to see if that does impact him quite a lot or whether he still is quite fluid on the ball, so that would be one I'll be looking out for. Obviously his defending attributes aren't great, not great heading, not great jumping, as well looking at physical side. Strength 82, which is relatively good for an attacking midfielder. Higher than someone like Ozil, for example. Now I have a lot of clips for you guys, some of them are only a couple of seconds long, so please do keep your eye on De Bruyne in the picture. A couple of passes here, really solid passing ability. Obviously short passing was 95, so I wasn't expecting many misplaced passes. That was a great cross there to Harry Kane, should have really buried that one. And another solid cross in here as well to the back post just away from the goalie, and Dele Alli ends up putting it in the back of the net. This little touch here from De Bruyne that's coming up in this next clip was just magic. I'm not sure if I've seen any player do that before in 600-700 games of playing FIFA this year. It was a lovely part. It wasn't control that it was an actual pass. Lovely ball again here from De Bruyne down the line. That one on his right foot. Now he is right footed. He has 4-star weak foot, and I couldn't really tell the difference, to be honest. That's a nice ball there over the top to Hazard on his left foot. I wouldn't have been surprised if someone told me that he had a 5-star weak foot, to be honest with you. And I think from some of the shots that are coming up as well, you'll see that his left foot was really strong. So this clip, key moment, I'm 3-2 down, 82nd minute, he needs to get this pass right, and he does. Lovely weighted pass through to Hazard. And this clip is a few seconds after, so De Bruyne picking the ball up in his own half, just inside his own half, just running around the middle of the park, no one can get near him. Nice ball through to Dele Alli. Dele Alli gets in the box and eventually wins a penalty for me in the 89th minute, so it's a nice little bit of play there from De Bruyne. Lovely through that through ball was just perfect. The finish from Harry Kane is absolutely dreadful, but what through ball that was. Lovely weight, and this one is probably one of the best balls I've seen on any FIFA. I should probably replay that. that one. If you can obviously slide back on your YouTube player, might be worth looking at that again, just right in between the two players. Lovely ball there through to Mane. Unfortunately, Mane misses it. Nice control here from De Bruyne, middle of the park, and nice little chip ball over the top for Harry Kane. Now we'll get into his shooting ability. That was a lovely little flick over the defender's leg there to get past him, and a decent shot on his left foot. Now his shooting ability I thought was really, really good. So in that game there, 58 minutes in, I was 1-0 down to an unfortunate Spurs fan, and De Bruyne comes up with an absolute peach there. Lovely, lovely finish. Of all the players I've reviewed so far, so obviously Emre Can last week, Martial the week before, Willian, the 95 Ibrahimovic. I think the 95 Ibrahimovic, as in terms of finishing ability, was definitely the best. But De Bruyne, a close second. Really solid finishing ability. You'll see at the end of this video how many goals he scored for me, and it was an impressive number. Now, just to remind you, in all of these clips, so I'm giving you the best and the worst of his shooting ability. So I'm not just going to show you 5 clips where each shot just goes straight in the back of the net. So I'm trying to give you a real kind of rounded view of what he's like to use. That goal there, I think, is the kind of goal that will win you games. He's back to goal, he just turns, swivels, and puts it in the bottom corner. So great finish there. Some of these times, I mean, you could say that he should have scored. Obviously that one went in the back of the net there, so that's 2 in a row that have gone in, but a few before that didn't manage to go in the back of the net, and perhaps should have, but no one's going to have a 100% shot to goal ratio. The other one was a little header. I wasn't even actually controlling him on that header, and he just nodded that one in. I was using him as an attacking mid with behind two strikers, so he had a lot of options. There's a clip coming up here. Now this one really important. So he picks up the ball just after the halfway line, lovely turn, lovely close control, moves closer to the goal, and he hits an absolute banger. I think that's a brilliant goal. That one obviously on his right foot, similar range actually to the one he scored on his left foot against the same Tottenham fan. 5-2 that made it, and De Bruyne, I think in that game, got a hat-trick. Couple more shooting chances for him, some a bit close to the goal. So I think most of the shots I had were of him shooting from outside the box, probably because he was in that attacking midfield position. So just before we get to player rating, a few really interesting clips of De Bruyne making a hell of a lot of interceptions and tackles in the middle of the park. I didn't actually realise in game when I was playing the 5 games that he was making this many challenges and winning the ball back this many times. It was actually crazy, considering he was playing attacking mid and not centre mid. He won the ball back a lot of times. I think I've got about 10 clips here across the 5 games, which I just picked up on as I was editing the footage. So although I didn't play him in the central midfield role, I know obviously my normal formation is the formation that has your 3 centre mids, and I would be confident playing him there, I think, or at least testing him there anyway. And I think that's credit to his ability. If you have got someone like him in the central midfield position, if he can make those interceptions, obviously you know from this footage, and I definitely know, that when he gets forward, he's definitely going to be able to pick out those passes for you and also finish a lot of chances. So of the total 5 games that I used Kevin De Bruyne, he managed 6 goals and 1 assist, which I think is a great return. Super return. 6 goals in 5 games for an attacking midfielder is really impressive. He obviously could have scored more than that as well, with the amount of shots that he had and the space that he was in. In terms of the assists, 1 assist, but actually I think if you look a bit deeper, especially into a lot of those clips there, so there was a ball that he played through to Mane, where Mane missed that one-on-one. There's also the ball he played through to Harry Kane, where Harry Kane tried to chip the goalie and didn't score. So he could have very easily had 6 goals and 6 assists if some of the teammates finished the chances. There's also the Harry Kane cross that De Bruyne put in, where Harry Kane had the kind of point-blank header about 6 yards out and headed it straight to the keeper. Okay, so let's get to the ratings for Kevin De Bruyne. So reliability, I would give him an 8.5, really solid all round. I think to get higher than that, he would need to be really exceptional. and just have converted probably a few more chances, and I would have given him a bit higher. Best attribute for me is a little bit of everything. I think that you need to be a solid attacking midfielder, so I'm just going to say Cam in there. So obviously really good passing, good shooting, bit of strength, a little bit of pace, you know, just all round dribbling as well, all round kind of ticks the box for a Cam. Worst attribute is a tricky one. I didn't really see him having any real weakness. You could say pace. I said this in a previous video as well. I don't like putting pace in there. I'm going to have to put it in there, I think, but you can't expect every player to have high pace in your team, or you can do, but then you're going to sacrifice some quality. And I'd prefer to have a player like Kevin De Bruyne in the attacking midfield position that doesn't have a lot of pace and just play him to his strengths, and that's how I think the best FIFA players will play. Fun factor, I would put it as a 9. I really enjoyed using him, really found it easy to understand what he was good at, I guess, and just keep it simple. It didn't surprise me really in any way in terms of negative surprises. I would definitely use him in my team. I think he potentially could last the whole 40 games in a weekend league, and I think he'd probably have some really impressive goal record at the end of a 40 game weekend league as well. Comparing him to some of the strikers, maybe he might outscore one of my strikers. Value for money is a really tricky one, so he's going for about 490 at the moment. I paid 460 for him. He's only been out for about 6 hours. I would guess he'll probably drop to about 200k, 250k in the next few days. Team of the season coming out as well, so you know the market's just going to go crazy. On the basis that he goes for about the same as someone like the 91 Sanchez, 91 Ozil, or the 88 Ericsson, those kind of players, which is around the 200k mark, and I think he'll probably drop as low as that. I would say value for money is an 8. Acidic rating would have to be a 9, as he would get into my team, especially if I was playing with an attacking midfielder. There's no way I can give him anything lower than a 9. Therefore, my recommendation is to buy as a Cam, but specifically when his price drops. So do not buy him now for 500,000 coins, because you will, in the short term anyway, lose a lot of money. But when his price drops, 200k, absolute bargain. Thanks for watching, guys. Really hope you enjoyed the video. If you haven't already seen my review on the Super Informed Martial, please check that out. Also the 95 Ibrahimovic, definitely check that one out. And more videos coming soon. Peace.